I've followed fitness advice on the internet for nearly 10 years now, going back to the days of bodybuilding.com, T-Nation, and Tiger Fitness, and it's incredible just how much the advice has changed from these once great physique development pillars to basically a kid on TikTok who's read a few studies. And so it can be incredibly confusing for anyone new to this that doesn't know what nutrition advice to follow. The old school guys are feeding them the idea that it has to be chicken and rice, and the new guys are saying to eat every single Squares bar, Pop-Tart or Haribo you can possibly find to maximise glucose availability. The truth is, both have their shortcomings, the new school probably being the little more questionable one. Instead, I'll show you exactly how to build a pre-workout meal using the key principles that actually drive performance in the gym, and break down the precise meal I use before every session, which took me from this to this in 13 weeks, ending at around 7% body fat. If you want to grab my free blueprint to the exact strategy I use to do this, I've linked it for free in the description of this video. But first, let's discuss what makes a good pre-workout meal. Well, there's a couple of things, but really we want to think about having an adequate protein intake, minimum around 20 to 30 grams, choosing highly digestible and palatable foods. Foods that don't digest well will impact training from a blood flow perspective. So think about when you felt nauseous on a leg day, for instance. Thirdly, we want to think about having the most amount of carbs possible around our training window, a small amount of fats, and also not neglecting micronutrition. So the meal I'm going to show you takes 2 minutes. It doesn't require any preparation at all, and every single ingredient is intentional, has a purpose, and will help you perform better in the gym. So the ingredients you need are 50 grams of cream of rice, 40 grams of whey, 150 grams blueberries, 20 grams almond butter, 1 gram of salt, and cinnamon. In terms of macros, this will give you roughly 41 grams of protein, 68 grams carbs, 14 grams of fat, and that will total 565 calories. If you need to adjust calories, then simply pull the amount of cream of rice up or down to adjust carb intake. I'm currently in a diet phase, so my carb intake is pretty low at the moment, and that means I have about 50 grams. So why does this work so well as a pre-workout meal? First of all, the cream of rice is obviously incredibly easy to digest, and so will fuel training a lot quicker than the likes of oats or bagels. The whey will give us adequate protein to trigger muscle protein synthesis, which is something we want to do frequently throughout the day. And it's also unlikely to sit heavy like other protein sources could. Blueberries are of course giving us a decent amount of fructose and polyphenols, amongst other micros, and the small amount of fats in almond butter will improve satiation throughout the session, especially if calorie intake is low. Now, sodium is the key powerhouse here. Making sure you have a good level of salt will improve hydration, muscle contraction efficiency, blood flow, and prevent early onset fatigue throughout your training session. And then cinnamon will improve glucose uptake and insulin sensitivity and may help stabilize blood sugar. Ultimately, it just tastes nice and that's why it's there, but those things are strictly true as well. So there you have it, the perfect pre-workout meal you can make in all of 2 minutes. Give this a go and let me know in the comments section below how you get on with it. And if you want the exact 12-week blueprint I mentioned earlier, you can grab that in the description. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.